What's up, guys? George back again to do another album review. This one is for the brand new Wildhearts record, Renaissance Men. 10 years in the making since their last studio album, Chutzpah, came out in 2009. I can't believe it's been that long. Doesn't seem like that long, but Wildheart started playing again a couple years ago, doing shows here and there, and then decided to do a brand new album. Well, that day has come. Today, May 3rd, 2019, Renaissance Men has hit the streets in the UK and on various download sites. Our release date here in the United States, which is probably the UK pressings anyway, is next Friday, May 10th. So, first heard that this record was coming out in around December, I think. December, January, when they dropped the first single, which was Dislocated, which is an amazing track. There's 10 songs on the new record. The Japanese version of the CD has 12 songs, which is the two bonus tracks are actually demo tracks from this album. So I waited till after midnight last night on Amazon to download it, because I already pre-ordered the limited LP, and I actually ordered the cassette since it was cheap enough just to have it. And I ordered the Japanese CD, which should be here probably today or Monday. Now the UK has, if you ordered it direct from the band, there was a limited edition red vinyl that sold out quickly, and I think the limited in-store vinyl is like a yellow, I think, and then black vinyl as well. So I pre-ordered the red vinyl. Should be here at any day now, because they shipped it actually last Friday from the UK. So I'll probably have it today or tomorrow. But anyway, getting into the album, Dislocated starts off the album in a heavy, riff fest, really. If you're into, I think the closest thing to this album, if you can compare Renaissance Men to anything that they've done before, I think really it's a cross between Chutzpah and the Fuck album, the PHUQ, or Earth Verses. A lot of sing-along choruses on here, a lot of riffs on here. The production's amazing on this record. I don't have any of the details. Like I said, I don't have a hard copy right now to see who produced it or not, but Dislocated, just when I first heard that, I fell in love with that tune, and then I kind of put it away for a while. Like, I didn't listen to it for a while because I didn't want to get sick of it, when the album comes out. Not that I get sick of the Wildheart stuff, but you know what I mean. Like, I just kind of wanted to put it away and listen to it with the rest of the album. But the next track is Let 'Em Go. That's a beautiful fucking tune. Classic Wildhearts. Renaissance Men, the track, has a kind of like I don't want to say like it's like a cousin to, I don't know. It's not your typical heavy, thrashy Wildhearts. It's more of a anthemic, like kind of like a Geordie in Wonderland, but like a little heavier, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Probably doesn't, but and the rest of the album is just really like an onslaught of classic Wildhearts material. You get Fine Art of Deception, Diagnosis, My Kind of Movie, Little Flower, Emergency, Fentanyl, Babylon, My Side of the Bed, and Pylo Erection finishes off the record. And I think the Japanese demos, or the Japanese bonus tracks are Let 'Em Go demo and Pylo Erection demo. I think that's what I saw. But overall, I think this is probably one of the best Wildhearts records out right now. I really liked Chutzpah a lot. I like this more than Chutzpah. I really do. You got Danny McCormick back on bass, which is killer. And obviously, like Rich and CJ and Ginger. But so kind of the classic lineup of the Wildhearts. I mean, I really liked Chutzpah. I liked some of the bonus stuff, or the bonus track, the Chutzpah Jr. tracks a little better than some of the stuff on the album, on the actual album. But I really, really like this record a lot. I've listened to it a couple times already. My favorite tracks on here are My Kind of Movie, Let 'Em Go, Dislocated, Renaissance Men, Pylo Erection, My Side of the Bed. I like all of them, really. There's not one filler on this record. Not that they really had any fillers before. I mean, their stuff's usually pretty straightforward, and Ginger really doesn't write a shitty tune, in my opinion. I think he's one of the most underrated songwriters out of the UK for the last 25 years. And I think that the Wildhearts are one of the most underrated bands of all time, I think, out of the UK, or out of the world, in the whole globe. But my history started with them in 91, I think it was. I read a blurb for Earth versus the Wildhearts in, it was either East Coast Rocker or the Aquarian or one of those newspapers, and I remember reading the review of the album, and it said something like cross between Cheap Trick and Motorhead, and I was like, all right, well, I gotta check those guys out. And of course, the album wasn't out here yet. It was only out in England at the time. So the store I worked for at the time, I ordered a copy of the UK version, got it, and fell in love with that record, and then went back and picked up the Mondo Akimbo EP and Don't Be Happy, Just Worry. And I've been a fan since then, since 91. So it's been a long time since, I guess it was a little late, maybe 92, 93, I think, now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've been a fan of this band since then. I've loved everything they've done, just about. Except for, I didn't care for Endless Nameless. I just didn't like it. Musically, I thought it was decent. Production-wise, I thought it was terrible. But everybody knows that story, so I would like to hear those tracks either re-recorded or remixed into a normal, straightforward rock album. I think that would be interesting to hear, but I mean, you're talking about an album that's probably almost 20 years old on it already, so who cares at this point. But there was some good stuff on there, just I didn't like the production, the way it was mixed, all that shit. They were in a pretty dark space at that point. But anyway, I would definitely suggest, if you're a Wildhearts fan, or even if you haven't heard of the Wildhearts before, check this record out. Check anything they've done out, really. If you like power pop meets Motorhead, like they said, Cheap Trick meets Motorhead meets the Ramones, that kind of vibe. If you like that, you'll be all over this. I think you'll be all over this band. It's a shame that they're not bigger than they were, but on the other hand, I'm kind of glad as a fan, because they they seem like they're all down to earth guys. I talk to CJ a lot on Facebook. Just messaging back and forth, but Really killer band. I would definitely suggest the Renaissance Men, out now on Gravity, I think it is in the UK, something like that. But if you can't find it, download it on Amazon or I guess iTunes, whatever. But definitely check them out. Check out some samples on the website. Like I said, I can't suggest it anymore, but definitely pick it up. It's probably one of their best albums at this point. I can't wait to listen to it in the car. I got a lot of running to do today, so it'll be blasting in the car all day. So, but anyway, that is it. Definitely check out the new Wildhearts record, The Renaissance Men, out today, May 3rd, 2019. Send them some love. Check them out. Let me know if you have the album or listen to the album. Let me know what you think below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the album. Anyway, that is it. I'll see you all next time. Peace.